So this Wack 100 and Blue Devil situation is kind of tricky because it started off as something so dope, and it ended up with loud words, crazy stuff, pull-ups, and all these type of things. But it started off dope. It started off as something that looked like it could have helped created a domino effect in LA, right? And I've spoke with both of these men, right? I used to frequent Wack 100's clubhouse rooms years ago for hours and hours. Like back when I was living in LA and doing DoorDash, I'd be in that room for hours. I mean, chopping it up with Wack, chopping it up with all sorts of people from his clubhouse room. And we've been blessed enough to have an opportunity to come on Blue Devil's platform, the Hater World. We're also able to bring Arizona artists on there, and it was such a dope opportunity. And we are grateful for that. As you can see here, this is us on the platform. We also had, as you can see, we also had several other Arizona artists on there. Sorry, I gotta skip through this. Ad. Damn, they hit me with a double one. Sheesh, gosh. But as you can see, we had Hispanic artists here: 602 Baron, Trap Sav, Phoenix Trey 5. As you can see, these are all the guys right here.
Shout out my state for real.
Yes, sir.
Shout out MJTV.
Yes,
appreciate y'all having us.
Yeah, shout out my guys. And then we got my guy Be the Villain in the cut as well. So we're grateful for that, right? And that goes to show you that Hater World isn't necessarily this race baiter. He isn't what some people are painting him out to be. In my perspective, they're both dope men. I've gotten game from both of them. Wack 100 has put me on game in terms of getting government funding for artists. Like that was one thing I was never privy to. And then one night and then allow me to speak with Gillian Wallow from being in Wack 100's rooms, right? So there's a lot of information that I've gotten from both of these guys and opportunities. So I'm gonna try to keep this as unbiased as I can. But I wish that some way, somehow, behind closed doors, they can find a way to nip it in the bud and possibly come back to the table, because this was so dope, man. Like, this was so cool.
Because Lupe was in the room, and Lupe comes in the room, like, and she's talking about something. And I tell the essay, I said, yo, bro, Lupe don't fall up under y'all politics. She from neighborhood Crip.
Yeah.
You had that full Beast on the phone, right?
Now Beast, daddy is black and his mama Mexican, but he's in the penitentiary. He's with the Mexicans, right?
Yeah.
So Beast disrespects Lupe. So this is what they say. Beast 6'3", 285 pounds for real. They say the fool American Cholo says, well, he's under your watch. You supposed to check his mouth. Yeah, that's a motherfucking essay.
Hold on. What did he? Beast
He called her a beaner.
And the wetback.
Beast did. Beast he said, fuck you, bitch, you wooty, wooty,
But
wooty,
it happened
wooty.
on your platform.
Yeah, but my platform, you want me going in right now? It's 500 people on there.
Yeah.
You can't fucking control who come off the mic. So dude used that just to tap into my name. He blamed me.
No,
right?
I think he felt more like you should have stopped it when it was going on. Out of
Stop
respect.
what?
Out of
Hey,
respect.
bro, if he start talking to one of his homies, he from 60 Crip, or I start talking to one of my homies, right?
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to make this video because a lot of people are getting at Hater World because they're like, dude, you didn't hold him accountable. You didn't give him any pushback. And that was a clear example of the pushback that Blue Devil gave Hater World. Now, it was dope because it's still just conversation. It's pure conversation. It isn't malicious intent. They're just having grown men organic conversation, which is dope, okay? They said that you might have felt like this. Okay, well, you know what I mean? And it's dialogue. So he did have a line of questioning. Could he maybe have more of a direct line of questioning, more of an acute angle? Yeah, I guess, you can say that, just being the devil advocate. But there's an example of him giving a pushback. There's an example of Wack 100 standing on what he was standing on, and they were able to move through the conversation, which me as an avid conversationalist, that's dope. Like, okay, we addressed the problem, we had the confrontation, recourse time. And so they were able to continue the conversation in less than 24 hours. And I love this. I was watching. In less than 24 hours, we get...
Man, very respectful, so we gave you that same respect.
No, I came in because I didn't know none of that was going on. I
Well, you
thought I
should
was
have.
addressing some racist shit.
You're addressing all kinds of shit.
I'm coming in to address, I'm not a fucking racist.
But you also address that you're not a rat because you're not working with rats, right?
Oh, bro, did you call me a rat? Bro, I'd have socked your ass out, homie, on Paru, nigga. And blood, I come up there today.
Did you hear?
Hey, listen, check this out. Blood, we can get out on the date, head up. You would have called me a rat, and you know it, nigga.
Who called you a rat?
Your ass out.
Who called you a rat?
Date, we can get out on me.
Who called you a rat?
Nigga, I'd have shot your ass out.
I said, who called?
Now, as you can see, it only gets worse, but I just wanted to say this before I forget my train of thought. Okay, he is saying, like, we addressed the fact that you didn't rat. We talked about the 6ix9ine stuff and we moved past it. And then it was brought up briefly here. And Wack was like, wait a minute, you had said that? Or you even mentioned something along the lines of that? But during the interview, they sat down and he was like, well, some people might feel this way about you. And you've done business with 6ix9ine, but as a BAN, and only me and Wack100 will understand that, or the people who rock with Wack. But as a firm BAN myself, I wouldn't have, you know what I mean, without the BAN mentality. So as a BAN, he literally, how can I say this without, okay, give me 1 second. Because I rock with both guys. Like, I genuinely do. I've received game and information for both of them. They're both dope individuals to me. I want to see both of them continue to win. And me personally, I would hope that there's powers that be that can come behind the doors and mitigate and mediate some things, because they're both. Hater World is a prominent voice in his in the Raza platforms. So is Wack100, right? So it was dope to see them sit down. Hopefully they can come back to and relink that. But back to what I was saying, Hater World was like, look, I asked you about that with the 6ix9ine thing. We addressed it and we moved forward. Why are we back here today? Well, Wack100 was like, well, my people sent me some stuff where you called me a rat. And Blue Devil was saying, well, I might have or I may have not said that. That might have been the theme, the theme or the headline or the clubhouse talk of the day or something like that. And I might have regurgitated, but that's not directly how he felt. But he's saying, because we do remember when the 6ix9ine Tekashi stuff, there's people who felt a certain way about him, even though Wack100 made it clear. It's like, look, I'm doing business. I'm sending the contracts through. And I told this man he ain't what he think he is. So he's already justified that. But there's people who still have that mentality. But at the same time, Hater World is like, look, we addressed that. I didn't call you necessarily a rat. There was just these things that were out there, and we were addressing it. And then once you get there, like Wack100, it's like no one is gonna be Wack100 in a vocal match. And like, come on now, bro. You can literally just type Wack100 on YouTube, and there's clips of him going off on everyone. You know what I mean? So once it got to that level, it was kind of like, you know, he got it at that point, because no one's going to overtalk, especially on his room or on his spaces where it's his floor, right? But kudos to Blue Devil for keeping it level-headed. I see that he's getting a lot of backlash, but hopefully they can, because, okay, here's my question. Do you guys honestly think Wack100 didn't hear about any of those things? Because Wack100 has, a beast of a media team. Like Wack100, people don't know, like Wack100 literally has a machine behind him. So I'm pretty sure someone has saw that and relayed the information over. Or did it really just skip his mind and then he saw it the next day? Because it was so dope, the fact that y'all two are sitting down. You guys are two prominent voices in the communities, and here you guys are just, you know what I mean, having dialogue, which is amazing. Because there's people, you know, Wack100 and Comparator situation, that people say Wack might not necessarily rock with the Mexican community, and vice versa. The Mexican community might not rock with Wack. So to see them sit next to each other as an Arizonian, it was dope. It was truly, truly dope. So, yeah, I don't. Blue Devil's gonna continue to keep, you know, being great. Keep putting his people on, keep putting the youth on, keep, you know, sharing his platform and doing what he's doing. So kudos to him. Wack100 is going to continue to do what he's doing as well. He's running a machine himself. They both have dope machines, you feel me? So kudos to them. That's the level I'm trying to get to, getting people employed and being able to, you know, give people more opportunities, even though, you know, I've done what I can. I've made my splashes, but much more to do, you feel me? And shout out to Cash Jones for giving me game in my early years when I was in that DoorDash, just hours in them 6ix9ine troll rooms and all those rooms. And oftentimes he would be tripping. Wack100, he's getting viral. He's yelling at somebody. But there's other times where he's giving game. He's giving gems. He's like, okay, if y'all in the music game, as a manager, there's certain things that you could do, this, and that. And I'm going to be getting into managing artists next year. So there's things I picked up from that I wrote down and researched, and like, okay, once I get into my bag, that's going to be useful. So shout out to him for making that privy. Shout out to Hater World. Shout out to the Rasa. Shout out to the Black community. Shout out to the African community. Shout out to the white people. Shout out to everybody, the Asian community. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to the human community, right? So hit a like, hit a comment, hit a subscribe, man. Yeah, and we'll see you on the next one. But don't hate though, fool. Hit the like button, man. Come on, hit that like button, hit a subscribe, hit a comment.